Well, it's nice and quiet at 6:44 in the morning, making an early start for my far bar. Second last one, I would think. Maybe the last one. It depends how I feel. Yeah, I might have a very conservative eating regime on Sunday, the day before I leave. We'll just see how I feel. I mean, I've had plenty of far bars. I've got my far bar fix well and truly sated this trip, so I can't complain. So I'm feeling good about that. Still haven't had Korean barbecue. That's something I was meaning to do, but there's my coffee lady. She's got a customer straight away. She does all right, I think. Yeah, no, they're good value, those ladies that provide all that food. Yeah, there is a bang me seller that it's virtually there every day of the week, and I can understand why, because we're under-serviced for that over in this area. I don't know why there's so few bang me outlets. Very strange, but considering how good that Heo one was yesterday, I mean, there's no way I'm going anywhere else. That was one of the tastiest bang me's I've ever had. So, you know, it's I think I've struck gold there. It's remarkably busy here at this hour. There's a big table of people down there, which I was thinking of going there, but the one at the front of the place is actually vacant, which is not normally the case. It's just after 4 o'clock, and I think I'll get a fairly early start to my last Friday at number 5 bar. It's not going to be that busy. There's no need to rush, but it'll be a little less traffic on the road. The guy I got last time, he took the most congested route you could imagine. Got a really wide boulevard down here to the main highway. Could have got an easy run down there, but he chose to go down the side street, which was there was road construction and a stack of school kids, and it was clogged, and it was just the worst possible decision you could have made. But anyway, hopefully today it won't get someone who goes more conventional route down there. Just fingers crossed. I'm taking the ornate elevator down to the ground floor from the 5th floor where I'm staying. It is quite ornate. The room, I'm going to do a room tour fairly soon, and because it's my second last full day here, and I've got a few observations about that. It has that shabbiness that a lot of places in Vietnam have. They're not very good on finishing off and having the paintwork and stuff like that just properly finished. It's just got a bit of a ramshackle aspect to it. So. But again, it's not just this place that I'm staying at. This is a pretty general observation about accommodation in this country. The most upmarket I've ever had is in District 3, and it was down the southern section, and it was a really nice little apartment, and the shower was amazing. It had the shower bath because it had I could look out onto the garden. It had a big window. It was really nice. So that's definitely the most luxurious. But in spite of that, it suffered from the same thing. Attention to detail lacking. Areas that hadn't been properly finished off. Just paintwork that wasn't done properly, that wasn't matching or completed, and just flush it. Whether you've got other aspects around. You'll have these really grand looking exteriors here, but if you go into the rooms, you'll notice there's imperfections everywhere, and it just distracts from they put a lot of work into it and they spend a lot of money on materials presumably, but they don't do the finishing off, so just to make it look really nice. And my current room, you'll notice when I do my apartment review, suffers from exactly the same thing. Paint jobs that don't match. Just lots of little things that they don't take much care with, in spite of the fact they're trying to impress. But yeah, it'll happen. There's so many things happening at the moment. We're in an AI revolution, and I think a lot of people are aware of it. But you know, this is a pivotal year in technology. This is becoming really that important, 2024. And as I say, I don't think most people even know that it's really happening. But the pace of development is just, I mean, like this new graphics chip is now, they've just developed one that's 30 times faster. And this is Nvidia, which is the company that makes the graphics card that I've got in my laptop and my desktop computer. Yeah, there's just 30-fold increase. So that's an amazing leapfrogging in capacity. So yeah, just with this sort of hardware, you know, AGI is really possible, which is artificial general intelligence. So in other words, mimicking how we think in a neural net, mimicking the human brain and having the common sense of an average human, which is a huge development if it can be pulled off. Well, it will be pulled off. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and that's the only real speculation at this stage. Whew, so I think I've got a bit of a hangover still, but I'm handling this walk okay. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to it, and it's about midday, so it's not ideal time to go out. It's getting quite warm this time of day, although it could be worse. It's not too bad, and it's only a 10-15 minute walk. And once I get in the shopping mall, of course, it'll be air-conditioned environment. So, that's the one good thing about shopping malls. I want to go and check out a local market. I was very close to it the other day when I walked down and got my goi kum, you know, the summer spring rolls, the non-cooked Vietnamese spring rolls. And it was in that little, I knew that was a good area of District 7. It was more authentic, and it's just a bit of a walk. I might even get a grab bike there, seeing I'm coming to the end of my trip. Only got a couple of days to go, so I might go do a bit of grabbing, because I won't be eating after tomorrow. I'll be fasting after that. I always do that when I go on a long trip, especially an international one. So I happily fast. Doesn't worry me. As long as I've got the liquids, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm not desperate to feed my face continually. Well, I just returned from my walk to the supermarket. Probably takes about 10-15 minutes each way. So it's 12:30 now, so it's quite a hot time of the day. So you can see that it's taken its toll on me. Still got a little bit of a hangover, so that doesn't help either. But one thing I wanted to comment on was I bought a cap like the one that I wear, that blue one. It's the same sort of design, except it's a red one. And it cost me 66,000 dong, so that's about $4, which, you know, is amazingly cheap. I went to Kmart, and I think the cheapest I could get there would be 10. So, you know, it's less than half price. Pretty well the same thing. There's not much difference. What I found fascinating is that the same design cap in different colours came at a different price. Now, that's quite extraordinary. This is where the supermarket shopping experience in Vietnam is a bit different to Australia. The other thing that's curious is that when I checked out the price of fruit juice, the prices vary daily on the same fruit juices. So, I mean, what's the rationale behind that? It's very strange. Whether it's just a marketing thing, which I assume it is, because I don't see how it's got anything to do with the cost of the item. They're not going to swing in 24 hours. But yeah, it's just one of those quirky things about Vietnam. And look, I think I will take that grab bike ride down to the market. It'll only take 5 minutes on the grab bike. It's pretty close.
and I just want to check it out, but I don't think I want to walk all that way. And I might even get myself a final goi kun from that seller in the street, although I didn't think her the sauce was as nice as I'd had. But look, I mean, it's my last chance to really try some different foods anyway. So, not that that's different food. I've had that many times, but this is the last trip I did 2 years ago. I didn't even have a chance to get any. I just didn't find it. But now I've got an idea where to go. You just got to go to a traditional shopping area, and you'll find it. But I'm interested to see what the market's like, because they sell clothes and stuff too. I wouldn't mind getting some stuff I can bring back, like some touristy stuff. But maybe I've blown that chance. I might be able to do it tomorrow, because I've got to try to watch the Richmond game. And if I can't see it here, I'll go all the way to Fatty's, and then I can just go and pop into Ben Thung Market, which I try to avoid like the plague, because it's a tourist market. But being a tourist market, it'll have the stuff that I'm looking for, which would be sort of like, a Vietnam T-shirts and stuff that I can bring back for people and things like that, which isn't bad. So, look, I might go back there tomorrow. I might do that. It'll be my last chance. And, I might even pop into number 5 bar, but I won't be doing a session, that's for sure. It'll just be for a few drinks, and that'll be it. Because I'm looking forward to being reasonably sober. Waking up sober tomorrow. It's a lot better than when you wake up after a heavy night, that's for sure.
Okay, I normally start these blogs out on the street, but today I thought I'd just show you what just happened. One of the screws has come out, which was supporting the blind, and now it's listing to the left. So it's another repair job required here. This place is just a shambles when it comes to maintenance. The other thing that has to be done, better turn the light on here, it's pretty bad. You can see this rack down here. This should be above the sink, but it ain't, because as you can see, another jerry-built job here. This area they had to actually use paper to make it more secure, but it slid out of that one. So that's another job that's got to be done. But it's just endless. There's just so many things that need to be done in this place, and it's just been left to go. But so I've seen quite a few maintenance people over the journey of 4 weeks here. The guy gets onto the issues quickly, I'll say that much, but it's annoying. I wish it just wasn't happening so often. It's crazy. Okay, this is a quick rundown of the apartment that I've been renting in District 7 for the last 4 weeks. As you can see, there's a fault there straight away. That blind has just dislodged with the screws just given up, and it's fallen down. That happened today. Just one of many mishaps I've had with this place. We had the water off for one day. Oh no, for a few hours I should say. Now there's a big screen here, a TV screen, but it's useless as far as TV is concerned. There's nothing available. The only thing that's available is Netflix, and it's all in Vietnamese. However, because I've bought myself an HDMI cable, I've hooked it up to my laptop, and I'm able to stream all the images onto the big screen. So it's been quite useful to me. There's quite a bit of cupboard space. The bed is comfortable for me, but probably a lot of people may not like it because it's quite firm, which is quite common in Vietnam. And there's a couch there, which has probably seen better days. Cupboard space is okay. There's a lot of space, but this doesn't look the same as it did in Booking.com when I checked it out. It looked a lot more upmarket than this. It's functional, but it's not sort of super upmarket. The kitchen's quite usable. It's got a hot plate that works, and I made several meals there, and you can see I've even bought some gear. Lacking in utensils, which is damn annoying. I mean, if you're going to do stuff for people travelling, that little pan down there, plus that plate, is what was supplied, but I had to actually buy the straining thing. I didn't expect them to have that, but I would have thought a slide for you know, an egg slide would be provided, but no. So that's a bit slack. Little table there. There is a balcony, and because it's actually facing onto the neighbours' places, I've just basically used it to dry clothes. But there is a balcony. It was advertised, and the first time I've actually had a balcony when the place advertised one. Because the last time I went to this area, the place said I had a balcony, and it wasn't. It was a different place, and that's a problem I've had with Booking.com. There's a microwave there which I haven't actually used, but it is available. I presume it works. The toilet area is quite spacious. The shower's got a nice big head. Only the issue is it's hottest water I've come across on this particular journey, so that's good. The only problem is it oscillates between hot and cold, which is damn annoying. So the toilet's quite nice and functional, and I've got to admit I've become a big fan of the bum gun. I love it. It is a really good hygienic system once you get used to using it. So yeah, I'm a convert now. So that's basically it. I like. It's got this sort of fake veneer sort of look with the wood, which I don't really like. I like these doors. These are really nice. This is what I love about Vietnam. These solid wood doors are really nice. I do like those. But you know, overall, it's been functional. I've had lots of issues with it. With the aircon, I had to get fixed the other day, and had problems with the door key. That was another issue, and that's now finally fixed. But you know, so it's been a bit of an unlucky experience because I've had so many issues here. I'm just wondering is this place cursed? I've never struck so many maintenance issues in one place I've stayed. But it's in a good location. The guy does respond quickly via WhatsApp when I've got an issue. And again today we've got to get the blind done. So it's even to the second last day. It continues on with mishaps. So hopefully the roof won't fall in the next 24 hours. That'd be nice. This light over here oscillates between, you know, when around 5 o'clock, sometimes it will go on and off, like the power's getting power surges, but it doesn't affect my computer, so I'm just wondering what that is. However, you know, it's cheap. It is cheap. You get what you pay for, and look, it could be worse. I don't know if I'd stay here again. I'll have to think that one over very carefully, but you know, it's nice having an apartment rather than just a room. It does make things better, and I was able to cook and save myself a little bit of money by cooking my own meals. So, yep, you know, it's okay. And it's a big fridge too. The fridge is quite large and useful, so that's another thing, and that seems to work perfectly well. So, overall, it's been okay with a few hassles with maintenance issues, but they were addressed in a timely manner, so I suppose that's something. So that's my review of Springhill Apartments in District 7, Ho Chi Minh City. Well, that really sucks. I went to the tavern, asked them if I could watch Australian rules football. They said, no, you can't because there's Formula One and some other sporting event on, and they just wouldn't even attempt to put it on for me. So that place has definitely gone downhill, and I think it is under new management. And there were a number of screens there, so I think, you know, I don't know why they couldn't have done that. But I don't know if it's worth going all the way to Fatty's to watch a Richmond game. I mean, it's pretty ordinary. I don't think I could be bothered. I'll have to think about it. Oh, well, the repair job on the blinds has been done again. But what it comprises of is basically jamming paper into the hole where the screw went and then just making the screw a tighter fit. It's going to drop down again. It might drop down during the night because I just don't think this is going to last. It's so half-assed. I mean, the maid did it. I mean, he didn't even have a tradesman do it. So it's just, they've got to do things better. This is stupid because, you know, if you don't repair something like this properly, it's going to happen again and waste other people's time again. It didn't take a long to do it, but I don't want the damn thing crashing in the middle of the night. Anyway, one more night, I should be able to survive that. But boy, it is totally half-assed. Yeah, I was almost tempted to go down to number 5 tonight, but really don't want to on my last night, because I don't want to be hungover at all, and I do tend to overindulge with that happy hour. It's a bit of a killer. So what I'm going to do instead is go down to Spekaeasy, just have a couple of beers, maybe play a couple of games of pool if someone's up for it. So hopefully the lads who play pool is there. They claim they're not there every night, so who knows. And I can get a 1 o'clock checkout. They've given me an extra hour. I thought they said they're going to charge me, and I thought, what the hell? I assumed that actually the room was available and it wasn't booked, but it was. So it was a crappy communications again, because I was getting quite angry about that. I thought, I've been there 4 weeks. Surely you can cut me some slack and give me a few hours for a late checkout. But as it turned out, the room is booked, so that's fine. So they've actually, normally it's a midday checkout, so they're giving me an extra hour. And if they've got someone else coming in, I'm not complaining about that. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll probably go to the tavern and just order some cappuccinos or something, some non-alcoholic stuff, and try to kill some time there, at least an hour. And then I'll take a grab taxi to the bus station, because the 109, it's the 109 bus that will leave for the airport. I've got so much time that I don't mind waiting around for the bus, because I'll then have to kill a bit more time at the airport before I can check in. It may be 2 hours before the actual flight, so that's 5:30, so it's getting a bit late. It's yeah, I'm going to be out of here at 1, got to kill an hour, then try to, yeah, I'll still get to the airport too early, but it won't be quite so bad. And tomorrow it's going to, well, on Tuesday it's going to be just as bad, because I've got a huge time gap between the flights, which I did on purpose, because I wanted them, just in case there was a delay with the Vietjet flight. So they've got oodles of time at Sydney before I actually get my domestic flight finally home, which will be a big relief. I'm looking forward to getting back to Cairns. I enjoy being in the northern suburbs, and yeah, one of the main reasons I did it this time of year is just to get away from the heat, which I think I've achieved, because I saw the top temperature in Cairns is only 28 today, so they've had a lot of wet weather apparently. Anyway, off to the Spekaeasy. Oh, people still eating far back. I think it's about, must be over 8 o'clock anyway, I can't tell. I had a couple of games of pool. I lost both, but I was actually reasonably competitive, so I was happy with that. So, yeah, it could have been worse. And the people there are nice. They're a friendly bunch. Oh, the first guy played, I think he might have been Filipino. He mentioned he had a layover in the Philippines with a flight, and he was very pedantic about the rules, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind. I just want, as long as I know what the rules are before you start playing, that's the main thing. So you have to, I've seen this before, people nominate the where the ball goes, and that is strictly speaking what you do. But people in number 5 bar don't seem to be as worried about that as up here. He was very pedantic, so it was okay. He was nice about it, but and he deserved to win, and so did the other guy too. They're pretty good pool players there, but no, I played halfway decent tonight, so that's all you can do, I guess. And then the ball's got to go your way. So, but I'm glad I went out anyway last night, and decided to at least have one last hurrah at a bar before I head off. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. I do prefer nighttime flights, so it's good that it's 7:30, but it just means I've got to kill a hell of a lot of time tomorrow. So that's the only downside of that. So I'll be in fasting mode from now on. I really don't crave food that much. I can get through this one. I can get by without out eating. I don't get huge hunger pangs, so I'll be fine. And I won't have a feed until I get back into Cairns. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I was thinking about shopping at going to Mascot by bus and picking up some spinach, but I might also just hang out at the airport. I mean, got to make a few phone calls to Combank. So, look, I don't know. I'll work it out tomorrow. There is a local bus that goes there, but I don't know if I want to put my big bag in storage. It's going to cost me about $16, and for the sake of a very short trip to the local supermarket, I don't think it's worth. As a matter of fact, what I might do is just order out. I never do this, but I thought when I'm getting back at night, I'll be back home in my house maybe around between 6 and, well, probably 7, more like 7 o'clock. And maybe just get an Uber Eats. I never used it before. Maybe I should this time. There's probably some deal happening because I haven't used it before. So could be a good opportunity to get something delivered because I never do that. So why not? Well, it's finally made it to Monday and it's killing time day. I've got a stack of time to kill before my flight. And what I'm going to show you here is when I go to the supermarket, I think, well, I should try some of the local stuff, just see what it's like. And this is the one that I'm drinking right now. Can I get this in screen? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I've got the selfie on. I was getting a bit disorientated there. Yeah, it's called latte tea. And you think, well, what the hell would that taste like? Is it like a combination of coffee and tea? And that sounds pretty bizarre. But I'll tell you what, that's exactly what it is. It's absolutely bizarre. It's got the distinctive tea flavour with mixed in with a latte flavour. It's just bizarre. I wouldn't buy it again, that's for sure. But it costs about 8,000 dong or something. So, you know, about 50 cents. So worth a try, but not a winner. Just helps me while away the time before I finally depart Vietnamese shores. But it's only around 7 o'clock in the morning. I will be leaving here at 1, and then I might just go to the tavern, have a cappuccino, and just sit outside for an hour or so, and then I might just go to the bus station and wait around for a bus for a while because I've got plenty of time. Time is not my enemy at the moment. I've got stacks of it. Only trouble is it's going to be the hottest time of the day. So, yeah, it'll be a bit steamy, but well, I think I can handle it. After that, I'll be in the airport terminal. So there you go, just a day of anticipation before I finally get on that jet, and I'll be so happy when I get through immigration and security and finally making that trip back to Australia. Looking forward to it. As predicted, it was a bit of a struggle dragging this luggage up the ramp. You can't get in. Oh, there it is. There's a luggage. It's out of frame again. Got to do the DPO thing. Get on. There we go. Keeps jumping out. Doesn't want to be filmed. Bashful. Yeah. So that's it. I've now officially left Springhill, and the cleaning lady came up from downstairs, and especially just to say goodbye, which is nice of her. Now I'm going to get myself a cappuccino at the tavern, which is just literally around the corner. It's a hot day today. It's going to be at 36 degrees. So, yeah. Where did I put? Oh, I had my water. What did I do? Oh, I left it upstairs. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I left the water upstairs. Oh, dummy. You would forget something. No big deal. Yeah, so I'll just get myself a cappuccino, I think, and then maybe a cold drink, because I'm going to be, yeah, like I said, my mineral water's actually on the table upstairs. So. Oh well, can't do everything. Anyway, I'm going to go to the tavern now, which is just round the corner here. I think I filmed it once, and I think it's about 65,000 for a cappuccino, which is probably reasonable. If I go to the airport, it's going to cost more, I guess. Oh, well, there's my cappuccino, which looks like a normal cappuccino. I haven't had one of them for years, to be honest with you. But it's funny, when I asked for it, the girl asked me if I wanted it with ice. And I thought, what? I know you have coffee with ice here, but not a cappuccino, surely. And the guy who actually served it, I asked him as well, and he said, no, we don't do it with ice. So I don't know. As usual, I'm totally confused here. It's typical. To the last hour, I'm going to be confused in Vietnam. Well, that's a sugar, lime and soda. I've never had one, so I thought I'd try it. The actual sugar is actually liquid form. It's in this little cup here. So I've got no idea. I'll try it without sugar and just see what it's like, and then maybe add it and see how we go. But yeah, it's pretty hot outside. I think it's about 36 degrees, so there's no way I'm going to sit outside today. Good thing I'm not monetarised, so I don't have to worry about the music, but I am getting more subscribers, so that day could actually eventuate. But still about 140 subscribers required, so I'm not holding my breath. I'm back at the bus station waiting for the airport bus, which is over there. Probably can't see it because I've got it on selfie mode, but it's the red bus. It's in the bay, so it should be leaving 10-15 minutes. Doesn't really matter. I'm way ahead of schedule. But one thing that's interesting is that it only cost me $88 to get an affordable Grab. There's a different style cars you could get. Mine was defined as an affordable Grab. It only cost $88 to get from District 7 to here. But if I wanted to go from District 7 to the airport, I've been looking at something like $260,000. So it's only going to cost me $30 from here. So I'm about half price by just getting the Grab to this stage to save money. I'm in no rush. I've got stacks of time, so there's no pressure at all on me. So I'm just going to take it easy and be a cheapskate. Interesting thing last night too was at the Spekaeasy pub, there were a whole group of young Vietnamese girls. Now I don't know whether they were going out. I think one of them was partnering one of the middle-aged guys that was actually drinking there. They might have all been attached to those guys, who knows? But it was just strange that there was all these young Vietnamese girls at the bar. And I had a feeling that there was a connection between them and the drinkers, but they looked bloody young, that's all I could say. So make that of what you think. And I'll tell you one thing, they like their country music there too. They sound like nice enough guys, but I think they're habitually drinking there, because every time I've been there, these same guys have been there. So yeah, you know, that's the way it is for some people. It's a bit of a habit thing. The young players, cool players weren't there that night, so I suppose it's true they don't come every night, but yeah, it's a good bar, Springhill. I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad I'm finally about to get to the airport. I'm going to try to explore the 4th level. There's a level 4 in internationals I've never been to. I knew that there's a departures on Perth, but I didn't realise there's another level above it. We'll see if we can find that today. But yeah, I left a bit early, about 20 past 2 from the actual the tavern, and so that's I might as well just go to the airport and see if there's anything around there. Fine, I'll go upstairs and maybe go to the food hall or whatever they've got up there. But otherwise, I'll just lob on one of the chairs and and amuse myself with some stuff I've transferred over from recording. So, no great. It's a good time of the day to go. The traffic's definitely less. Oh God, those brakes. The traffic is definitely lower volume than it is, say, early morning or when I went to number 5 bar around 4:30. Definitely less traffic on the road. So it's a good time to make the move, and I'll probably be there for maybe a little over 4, maybe about 4 hours early, but like I said, I'll kill 1.5 hours before I can check in. Just arrived at the airport, and of course, as usual, the confusion reigns supreme. I thought there was 2 stops with that red bus over there that I came in here on, but there is only one stop, and it's this is the international terminal, and you have to walk to domestic from here, which I've done before, and I advised a guy who was travelling about that, so I think he's quite grateful that someone spoke English. She spoke a bit of English, the girl who took the tickets, but I made it clear. So yeah, there's only one stop, and it's at the domestic for this particular bus, but it's a great deal. And I've just got to work out how I can go upstairs now in domestic, because in international I should say, because normally I'd get the car to drop me off upstairs, but the bus doesn't work that way. So there must be some maybe escalators in this building. We'll see. I've got stacks of time, and there's no pressure whatsoever. About an hour and a half before check-in starts. Okay, I found it. This is the mezzanine. It's actually a mezzanine area. Departures down below. So I was actually in departures, but this is where the food stuff is. Just have a look around. I've never been up here before, but I'm in no rush to do anything. But I can't even see what the prices are like. Oh, they even sell beer here. Highland coffee. Well, that's not cheap, I know that. I'm fairly well hydrated. There might be a vending machine I can use anyway. Restaurant coffee. Any prices? No, there'd be no prices, of course, because it's not going to be cheap. So there's obviously a bit more room here for expansion, so not all the vendors are working. Let's see if I can find my flight. It's probably too early. Well, according to this departure board, which I can actually read, so I'm eternally grateful for that. Yeah, my flight's listed there, and it looks as though I can check in now, which is extraordinary because it's 4 hours before the flight. So that's amazing. But if I can do it, yeah, what the hell? I'll go there and see if it's all right. Well, it says check-in. It had the thing on, so okay. Well, I'm surprised at that. That is the opposite of what I expected. Well, that's extraordinary. I've never had such an early check-in. I had to sort of do a double take when I looked up the border upstairs. It's 3:48. My flight is a 7:30 flight. Boarding, they say, is 6:30. Maybe they're trying to get away early, but I'm in no rush again because I've got so much time at Sydney waiting for my Jetstar connected flight. But yeah, that's great. I mean, the main thing is I ditched my big bag, so that's a huge burden. Once you get rid of that, don't have to worry about anything. Look, it is super busy over there. I'll just see if I can swing the camera around if you have a look. There's a lot of people waiting to be processed. So there was no queuing at the counter for Vietjet. It was fantastic. So I'm really happy. Oh well, I got through. Eventually got through security. Boy, was that a long queue. That was really bad today. Took a hell of a long time. There must have been about 4 lines before we finally got there. And of course, then it was mayhem, and I forgot to clean out my pockets totally. So I had to scramble to get other stuff through. I always hate it. It's the worst aspect of travel, actually, is all the security. God, there's people everywhere. It's really busy. There's not that many flights, but it just seems incredibly busy here. I looked at the departure board, it didn't seem that bad, but who knows? And we'll have to take a bus to the plane, I'm pretty sure of that. It's El Cheapo, so I need to cut costs. At least I'll be able to relax down here now, so that's good. So unless they change the gate on me, and that's highly probable. Oh, remember what I said about changing gates? it's happened. Gone from 14 to 26, so it's a bit of exercise required, I'd say. And again, we have to walk up the steps. Oh, up the steps. Actually, it wasn't the same. So a bit of exercise. So I've been through this before with a change of gate thing. It's getting pretty close to boarding though. It's only about quarter an hour, so fairly late notice. Ah, the joys of travel. There's quite a few stairs to navigate. I think the signage here leaves a lot to be desired. There was a sign saying gate 27, so, and I assumed I must have missed 26. Then you get on to the next sign that says 26 and 27. What an absolutely ridiculous signage system. And the aircon's been pretty well non-existent here too. It's okay down here, but when immigration other areas and security check areas is pretty warm. As it turned out, we ended up using the air bridge at this new gate. It's a fair walk, and like I say, I walked straight past it because it said 17, not 16. 26, sorry, it said 27, not 26. So very confusing. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.